Hello there everyone, today we're going to be reviewing a 4-pack of Gundam. These are the BB Sin and CC Battles of Destiny set. This is a 4-pack. It has the Freedom Gundam, Strike Freedom Gundam, Destiny Gundam, and Force Impulse Gundam. I have 3, so I got one master grade of one of the kids here. The Freedom Gundam, I had the master grade for it. It's on my shelf back there somewhere. The other two, the Destiny and Strike, I have in high grade. I bought this at the Gundam store for the Gundam place for $26, and there was these are like basically small sets per. Basically, they come with accessories, and I have all these in front of me too. They come with shields, standee, but that's for something else probably. Extra hands, for one model kit, a lot of blast effects, one beam sword, and a few rifles. Not that many, but we're gonna go over them. Now let's take a closer look, and I'm gonna be honest here today. I'm not gonna really pull too many Gundams off my shelf today to show you. I'm already feeling it today, man. So let's take a closer look at what we have. Now we're gonna start from left to right, which is a good way to really get started. And I have all the accessories. So shields right here, blast effects here, rifles here, hands here. There's no reason for one of them has hands, extra hands. Don't know why, but whatever. First, we're going to look at the Freedom Gundam. And I will say, you do need to paint more detail. There's no gray on there. You need to paint that. The same thing on there. Same thing on these. Is all white. You need to do all the work yourself, especially on the back cannons. Everything has to be done yourself. Nothing's done for you. Well, they're meant to be small, especially back here. That's not done. The hands are not done, but you need to do all that work yourself. Articulation is basically all the same, so I'm not gonna go through all the articulation. I will show you some differences, especially with the back. There's some differences. Difference on the back of it, it's the back part of it only. Now I did my best to paint it, so it made it look a little crappy. So that's what I mean. The knees, you do need to paint. Yeah, I'm not joking about that part. You do need to paint a lot of stuff on these. Now, articulation is really not that much. These are just small kits you can put on your table. So it could bend up that high on the arm. It could bend up this high with the shoulder piece, but the arm could go up that far. So you do get some range of these. The head could look down this far. And look up not much. They kick up that far because this doesn't move up. The skirt doesn't move up. This can open up to give you the cannon mode. But it's way too loose and pops off. That feet does have a swivel. It is on bottom, so everything like this bottom, except for the neck. There's no bottom on that one. Well, yeah, it is. But the joint is very cracked on mine, which is just bad because I haven't played with this, and then I've been sitting in my box for a while now. So that's a problem, I'm gonna say. The fact that it's cracking without me playing with it is not good. So this is why I don't really like doing that. These do open up kind of. They're very limited too. Everything is pretty limited. Accessories are in front. I didn't paint the rifles. I'm sorry, I'm just too tired to do it, and I had the shoulders right here too. So you need to paint the shoulders too. And I did try my best, so don't try to say, oh, what was not the best. This is a shoot for this one. I think it's really good because I think you put a different meaning displays on it, which I would do. Next, it's the Strike Freedom Gundam, and you get the guns on the side. So this one had the accessories on the side. So yeah, my hand the G. This one you do need to paint everything also. As you can see, I did a little wucky and I had to do it all again. And if the cameras are off, because this one's blue, not green, that's on me. I just didn't care, and I'm probably gonna refix it anyway. So I did do more work on this one because you do have a lot more moving parts, especially here. Well, the back of it has a lot of moving parts that you need to take apart of, and on this part it does move back when you need it. So when you take the rifles from the hips, these can move back to give you the actual cannons on the hips also. The and you can take the backpack, but it's not the best. So I'll leave it on. Head declaration is basically the same arm. It's more limited due to the shoulder pieces being a little more bulkier, and so yeah. So 90-degree bend in the arm. Not much need backwards or forward. So like I said, very limited on movement. And everything is held in a certain joint, but it does swivel. As you can see, that's how it works. So it does a swivel on how it moves back and forth. Accessories are, like I said, are on front. Here's the Dancing Gundam. This is my favorite one because it took a little more accessories. And I did do the cameras correctly too. And I will say, this one did take a little more effort because due to the things right here, and due to don't having extra hands. So, yeah. However, the size of them are really massive because I'm looking at the original hands. There it is. It's like 3 or 2 times the size. So, looks a little weird from like up close angle, and then having the fist to it, it looks way different. The size of it's too massive, I think, for my flavor of how it is. And yeah, these do pop out in case you want to put in the little blade. But you only get one. So yeah, you're very limited on what you have. But you can change to the bigger blade too. So you can have a tiny knight sword and you can have a bigger sword thing. So you do get a lot more stuff with this one for what it comes with them. And the shoulders on were different because the joints on is kind of the butterfly joints, which I think is a good idea to go with the different joints to not stick with the same one. And not a ball joint. However, these do have the problem of falling apart on you and being limited. These things have their problems, but I think it's just how they are done. I think what it is for me. Okay, this rotates up, so you can put the weapons on here. And these are included with this. And the sword to put it down, I guess, is just break it apart and put it like this. And you just slot it on. But the paint, you need to paint this yourself because it comes in blue. It's a lot more annoying. I think that you need your thing yourself. All of this you do need to do yourself also. All this back cavalry. So this part down here, this part right here, this part right here, that part there. You need to do it. So it's not done for you. You need to do it. So that's not good. I don't like that part, but I'll do it. Articulation is basically all the same, kind of. You do get double jointed a movement emos, but it's not there. And you do have a little porthole and bottom for the stand. However, the stand can also be used for that one right there. So put it in the Gundam, and there you go. And yes, you do get wing effects too for this kit, especially. So it's good that it comes with a lot more accessories, but I think that I know these were sold separately, for a while, and then they decided to put all these together. So yes, it's a 4-pack. And this one, the Impulse Gundam, I don't have in my collection. Shocker, isn't it? I don't have one in my collection. Anyways, this one has one problem. This back hold thing is messy. I'm gonna be honest here, it's too messy for me to deal with. Because this part is so loose. This one's fine. This top thing likes to come apart. I will say it looked the best though. Because there are not that many colors on here. It's like the baby blue is not that bad. I like how it looks. And this whole back thing is a little bulky, I'm gonna be honest, but I think that the Impulse Gundam itself, the Force Impulse Gundam, it is very, very heavy for that reason. And here's rifle. I think that's no, is that rifle for it? I don't know. I think this is rifle. It is rifle for it. And the hand just slot in. So, yippee, he has a gun. And this thing is not that bad, but it's so, I want to say, not the best feeling kind of accessory. Because it's like, it's all in fine. However, when you want to pose it, you really can't. And you do get beam swords right here, but they don't do much. This is how the back looks. It has nothing to do with this part, but the slots in like that. And you would think, okay, since that has nothing to do with this, then what the f is this thing for? I think goes like, I don't know. It is ridiculous the amount of stuff that comes with it. But you do pay online as well. And I will say I did do some work on this one. I think I have to make sure it looks decent, and it's not the best looking one. I'd say if I did pick up a high grade or master grade variant, I could say I could like it a little more better. So shields. So you already saw the freedom. Here's the other two shields for the for Destiny. This one is for, I think, for the Impulse, and then this one is for the Strike Freedom. Wing effects, most of the effects are technically just for the Destiny Gundam. You do get a single beam sword, like I said. You do need to paint it yourself. I do use a highlight marker, and yeah, it just sticks in the hand. Two more rifles, which one of them is for the this one right here is for this one, and this one right here goes to this one, and the big Buster Sword goes with the Destiny stuff. The Switch Your Hand, Destiny stuff. Big cannon right here, Destiny. And the stand could go to any one of them actually, so and not just for one stand. Well, this one has no porthole, which is surprising. This one does have one. This one on bottom also has one too. So just stick up the grundle butt, and then there you go. However, I swear we're gonna put it in. Everything want to come apart, and not in a good way. Is annoying. It's effort to do with. I swear when I gotta do something like that, is a hell of a lot more annoying. But I will say, when you do get it with the way you want, I will say it looks decent. Let's put this on. There you go. With this in back cable, damn, mess is not fun. It's my own nuisance, and it should be. And there you go. I give my final thoughts on these. Now, are they worth picking up? Maybe. I'll say maybe, because I'm not saying yes or no, because even for me, I'm stuck between. Yes, it is good to get this because it is a good amount of small kits, model kits, to be sorry. But I would say for the amount of stuff you get, it's a lot of them. But maybe for one kit, that's a little too much for my liking because it's like 99% of the accessories is for the Destiny Gundam. That's all it is for. The effects, the X, Y, and Z, and the other ones don't get as many, which kind of makes sense because they don't have any blast effect parts you can stick on, which that kind of makes sense for like a lot of them. You don't have like stuff like that. But I will say they look good when you get them done or painted them. However, if you don't have that model kit in your collection, you're going to need to look it up, which is going to be the struggle in case. And honestly, that's going to be where you're going to have a bit of a hard time because what if you don't have that in your collection? That means you need to look it up. Because I don't have the Impulse Gundam, the first Impulse Gundam in my collection at all. Even the mass created ones, I don't have one in my storage or my backup unit. But I would say they look really great. I just might need to put more effort into them so I get to say they look better. So what do you think? Would you pick them up? Like and subscribe to the Discord and join the. I think it should be in my description below if you want to know where I am. I'm gonna film another one and then probably do something else there today. So yeah.